I just hit a bird. I'm gonna have to stop and put the wing mirror back together because it's popped the glass off, which is hovering precariously. Don't know if you heard it. Oh, you can't have missed it, don't think. And we'll show you what it's done. I'm gonna need some wet wipes, I think. Trusty wet wipes for when the kids have something wrong with them. But oh my god. Oh my god. So, as I just said, I just got hit by a bird. Or I hit a bird, one of those two things. It flew out of a bush, and this is the result. Let's just turn you around. So, that's where the bird hit it. It's a bit gruesome. It's knocked the wing mirror off, and unfortunately, I've got splatters across all the windows, all down this side of the car, all up there. Don't know how well this is coming out in the video, but my god. Luckily, I don't think this yuck, is broken. No, that's just a cobweb. Let's pop that back on. If he says he can do it. Come on. Is that on? That's on. Yuck. Oh, poor thing. But I suppose it just shows you how resilient a Range Rover is. Even from a bird strike, can't stop us. There, literally, there's little bits and pieces of not very nice stuff. I'm obviously not going to go back and see if the bird's okay. I don't think it is, unfortunately. But and I don't really want to show you the results of that. So anyway, I'll get back in the car and start driving to where I was meant to be going. See you in a minute. Oh, so back in the car after a bird strike, a bit eventful. The mirror looks a bit disgusting, if I'm honest. But not a lot I can do about that right now. I am running late. So my day has changed somewhat. The weather isn't great. I was going to be filming today about my VW camper van, and I was hoping to bring you some content on that. But with this bird strike I had earlier, which is pretty disgusting, I don't really see how I can leave that on there for a long time. It's quite disgusting. I need to get to show you. Let's see if I can get it from that angle. Down in there is just, it's just disgusting, isn't it? Instead of me bringing you content on the camper van, I'm going to bring you some content of how I clean this, because I use shampoo and car cleaning products from a company called Gion, and I find them absolutely brilliant. And when I do clean the car, it doesn't look it at the moment if you look at the state of that bonnet, but when I do, all the rain beads bead up and run off the car. The glass polish is brilliant. I've even driven this actually in heavy rain and not really needed the windscreen wipers because it was just beading up and disappearing off the screen. Now they do a specific product for that, which I don't have, but the glass polish is really good that I do have. So I'm going to let you know what products I use and how I use them to get this looking sparkly and clean again this afternoon. So I'm going to go and get changed out of a white t-shirt into something a bit more practical, and I'll see you in about 5 minutes. My day has gone from bad to worse. So earlier I hit a bird, and then I took all the footage inside from cleaning the car and making myself a little mic thing that I could hold, and making sure everything was set up. And at some point I've clicked a setting on the camera that meant I was in slow-mo, so I very slowly cleaned a car without any sound. So I will speed up the footage and sort that bit out, but I do need to talk you through the products I use, because that was half of the reason of making the video. So to get these wheels looking all sparkly and clean, and I did explain in the video that all I did was spray on this stuff. It's by a company called Gion, and it's called Wheel Cleaner Iron. And all I did was spray it on, leave it for a moment, and then I rinsed it off. I didn't actually put any hard labour into it, and you can see there is still a little bit dirty, but probably 90% of the dirt came off, and that's only because I didn't want to do a full wash today. I just wanted to get them roughly clean. Main thing was to get rid of the bird strike. I then went on to spray APC, which is this product here. And APC I use in two different ways. Firstly, I spray all the tough bits of grime, the flies on the front, the bits by the wheel that get kicked up by the front wheels, you know, anything that's mud and dirt on the paintwork. I put a bit of this that's slightly diluted in a spray can and spray it on all the tough bits and on the blood and the bird bits, and let that soak in. And once that has for a moment, I then went around and rinsed that off, because you don't want to leave it on the paintwork for too long. I then went ahead and used Geon foam, and Geon foam is that pre-wash shampoo. You know, you turn your car white, that's what it does, and that's what it will do in the video, which will match up with this hopefully. And Geon foam is great as a pre-wash, so it gets rid of most of what you're doing. It's a bit like the APC that I was doing before it, but it just adds another layer of help to loosen up all the dirt. And actually, once I'd foamed it and jet washed, everything to do with that little bird that I hit, or not such a little bird, had been removed. I didn't have to put any hard scrubbing into getting rid of any part of the bird, which was absolutely ideal. I then diluted APC again, and reading this, it is, I didn't quite use the right formula, it's about 1:4 I think ratio of APC in a bucket, and I used it slightly weaker than that actually, just because I was doing a quick clean and I'd APC'd the hard bits and I'd foamed, so I didn't feel I needed to use quite as much as this. But that gave me the main wash, where I scrubbing it with a mitt, and that got the car really nice and clean. And again, only took a moment. I think I was a total up to this point of about 25 minutes of car washing. I do think this is something that us guys and girls don't do anymore, is wash your car, and it's surprisingly good exercise, and I urge you to go and wash your car. You know what condition it's in then. Everybody used to wash their own car, but with products like this, it's actually quite good fun. Then anyway, after I'd APC'd it in a bucket, I rinsed it off again, and last but not least, I sprayed on something called Wet Coat. And Wet Coat is an instant hydrophobicity booster, sort of a wax, I suppose, if you like. And what it does, it helps all those raindrops bead up and run off. And you spray this on. I did half a car at a time, because you can't let this dry. So I did one half, rinsed it off, did the other half, and it just gives that little sheen to the car. And my floodlights are now on. There are a few specks on the car, but then I didn't do a full-on proper clean, and I did this quite roughly too. So don't judge these products on my efforts, but you know, I think the car's got quite a nice sheen to it. And it's not bad going for, I don't know, 30-35 minutes of car washing. Now I could have spent 10 minutes extra on the wheels just to get them a bit more sparkly, but they're okay for me. So the main thing was remove the debris from the bird, and I did that because I didn't want that on the car for very long. It looked disgusting, and oh, blood and guts all over it. Never mind. The other thing I did mention, which got lost in my recording, was you can find all these products at Geon, G-Y-E-O-N, Quartz, Q-U-A-R-T-Z.UK. And I'm sure they've got global websites if you're in different parts of the world. They cover an awful lot of the world. So look them up, great products. I'm going to contact them and see if we can't do some sort of a valeting video, so that actually you get it from the horse's mouth, if you like, as to how to use these properly, and not from an amateur spraying it as he thinks fit. So I uploaded my first car video 2 weeks today, and in 2 weeks I've actually managed to amass about 120 subscribers, close to 10,000 views with shorts, and one of my videos alone has hit 4,000 views, which is absolutely incredible. Wasn't expecting it, and all I can do is thank you very much for following. And the amount of comments I get below is brilliant. Yeah, one of my videos, 80, 90 comments I think it is now. Yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's great fun for me to reply to them. It's good for me to know what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you have as well. The number of people that have said, oh, I've got a Range Rover, I've got this, I've got that, oh, I like the Phantom but I prefer a Ghost, or whatever it is that that's on your mind. But it's really good to hear from you, so please carry on commenting. Also on the community tab, not many of you look there. I do put things on the community tab. There was a poll as to which Range Rover you prefer the best. I did leave one out because it only gives you 4 options. So the P38 unfortunately bit the dust, but I think we all agree it's probably not a great Range Rover. But go on the community tab. Tell me which Range Rover is your favourite. I'll be really intrigued to know. Anyhow, anything else, drop me a message on Instagram or comment below and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.